Here we go, here we go. Hello, my friends, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. We are what? Monday, the 14th of September? That day you'll always remember. Yes, you will. Well, I hope you all had a great weekend. I know that I did. A lot of sports, I must admit. Soccer is back in England. So I did watch a lot of games, had a lot of fun with my son doing all that. Anyways, like usual, we are going to go over to the computer and we are going to look at a quick recap of what we did last Friday. So we continued working, of course, on the painting that's behind me. And what did we do? We started off by doing this ring around the centerpiece, a black ring that we will work on probably today. Then with the knife, we added little flowers. First a white coat, then we added some pink, as you can see. And then we finished with just a little hint of magenta. And then we fixed up the living room part of my studio because my friend Jalil, who has a studio above me, came by and played some music for us. And that was wonderful as well. And these are just the last few seconds of that. So that was just the last few seconds of him coming by and playing, which was really awesome. Great to have some live music while you're painting. Makes time go by so much faster. Anyways, I also came to the conclusion last week that since I do this show in English and I live in France and I have half of my friends are French, I decided that Thursdays I would do this streaming in French. And then Monday through Thursday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, 4 days out of the week, I would do it in English. So that's basically what I was going to do. Now, let's get back to today because this is kind of exciting. Finally, we've worked on the background. And what we are going to do now is we are going to paint the centerpiece, the person that's in the middle. And then if we have a little bit of time, while maybe this will need several coats and worked on, I will do a little bit of decoration on this ring right here. And eventually tomorrow, we will try to conclude by working and finishing the frame. So that's what's the schedule for this week. So I'm going to go right away over here and get my paint together. So I usually bounce back between putting clothes on my people, or sometimes I just paint them all in one color, which is usually either yellow, gold yellow, or cerulean. And I think today I'm going to do that. I'm going to paint them completely in blue like I usually do and like I started to do when I was making my posters back some 150 years ago. So anyways, let me get the paint together here. And I'm also just going to step out of the stream here for 1 second. And I'm going to close the door because there is a lot of noise which is disturbing me. So we are going to just close all that. And then I am going to get my paint together. And when things calm down in the hallway, I will open again the doors to paradise. So I am just going to get the paint ready for now. There we go. There's not much of a surface, so I'm not going to need tons and tons. Okay. So I usually start with the light and I go to the dark. Today I might do things a little differently. Or at least I'll start with the lighter color for the head, and then I'll go with the darker colors to follow through afterwards. Figure all that out as we go along. So let me get a little bit of white paint, which is right here. And I'll put this in the corner right there so we can bring it in and have a whole range of blues to work with. So let's first of all start off by cleaning off the knife, because I do like keeping my materials nice and clean. Like that, next time I need to use it, I don't have to think about it. I can just feel comfortable that it won't mix all the colors together when I go reaching for them in their jars or pots or whatever. So we got that. Now I have to, like usual, take a few seconds to kind of figure out the paintbrush situation, because it's going to be kind of important. So here's one candidate. This could be another one. So can this one. And this one. And actually this one as well. So several brushes. They are all going to depend and go for different size for different task. So this is my range of thicknesses. And then of course when we get into the details, I will need something even smaller than this paint brush. So I'll put them in water to soak. I don't think I'll use them all, but anyway, so I'll put them in clean water. And I will use the larger brush just to blend in the colors together. So I'll come back over here. And obviously you don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this. Just going to get the right texture and the right light color. I do have water right here, very practical. And I'm just going to work this to get the right kind of hue that I enjoy, that I like. There we go. I'm also going to step back here and open the door again to my studio, because the storm of people arriving and saying hello has passed. So I do have to look at this. So I'm hesitating, like, instead of using this as the lighter color and this the darker color, maybe I'll use this as the darker color and make this even lighter. This even lighter. But for that, I'm going to have to come back up here and take a look really at all the other colors that I'm dealing with to make that decision. So I'm just going to stand here for a second and kind of take a look. Okay, what? I don't know. I'm still thinking about this. I'm just going to take a few seconds. Okay, I think I'm going to go with my initial reaction, which was, in fact, I'm going to use this as the light blue, and I will use this as the dark blue like I planned originally. I'm not going to go with the lighter pastel looking colors. I'm just going to move this over a little bit, and I'm going to make this lighter color a lot more workable because it is awfully stiff there, and I like my paint to be nice and creamy. Not too liquidish, of course, because I want to keep it the opacity to the max, but I do want the paint to go effortlessly on the canvas. And I don't think I'm going to have enough paint with what I have right here. So I am going to bring in some more white and bring in more cerulean because I will have a hard time matching the colors if I run out halfway through. And we do have the whole body to do, and we might even have to put 2 coats. Who knows? So I'll keep working this till I find the right texture and the right quantity for everything we have to do. There we go. A little more water. Okay. So that could be the right texture. I think I'll start off like this. Now, right texture, is it the right color? I say so, I'd say so. Okay, so let's move on up like that. I am going to tackle the upper part of the body first. Okay, I won't need this for a while. Now, let's try this brush. Okay. So I'm already stopping because I'm already hesitating on the color here. I am hesitating because I am not sure that this is the blue I want to use. Now, a while ago, I wouldn't hesitate, but I've been painting with so much pastel, lighter colored colors lately that my eyes don't quite see this anymore as working. And the fact that I'm hesitating where I never would have before just tells me that something's not right. So we are definitely going to come back here, and I am going to lighten up this palette with a bunch of white paint, and we'll take it from there. So I'll just bring in the white paint back in here. Well, now I'll definitely have enough paint. And I'll move everything here where the white was. I'm even going to add a little more white. There we go. I'll switch cameras also so we can try to figure this out together. First, the cleaning of the knife. So, let me just take off this little window first. Then we'll switch over to this camera here, which of course will pull back and drop down since we are back to square one. So I'm just going to work everything out here in this corner with the white paint. And you can see we're already back to a much baby blue, light blue cerulean. And this is kind of the blue I've been working with for the last, I almost want to say several years. So that's why my eyes kind of needed to get back to that. When before, when I did my posters and painted for years, I would use a little bit darker blue. So there we go, move everything to one side. Okay, so that looks better. We'll try that. So let's get back to where we were before. I'll zoom back into there. I am going to switch cameras just for a few seconds. There we go. So I can switch your paint brushes. So I'll come back here. Let's get organized here. It's Monday morning. We need to get organized here from last Friday. Always in a hurry to leave on Fridays for some odd reason. There we go. So now we have much more room to work with. Get rid of this shitty rag and get a nice clean one. There we go. Okay. Very good. Now let's get back to business and get back to the head here. Back to camera number 1. So you can see what I mean by the paint just glides on when it's the right texture. There we go. So I'll just zoom in a little bit Just a little bit more so you can see the difference of the two blues that I mentioned. You can see the lighter one and the darker one. So I'll just go over this one here, because I'll probably have to put 2 coats on this baby. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to switch over to the darker blue, which of course I don't have any more left. So, boom now. Okay. So I'll pull this camera back again, and we are going to work again on the palette here to get the darker blue. We want to get a blue that's in between here, between this blue here and this blue here, like we had when we started. So I'll just bring a little bit of white in here, and we'll work, turn this around, and we'll work in this corner here. Just work this to get the right color and the right consistency. There we go. That looks pretty good. And you can see the difference of the two blues there fairly neatly. So, back to the centerpiece. I'll zoom in. I'll move the camera over a little bit because I'll be standing in front of this, where I will have to be quite concentrated, like that. And just need to look at what I'm going to be doing. Okay. All right. I think I'm even going to put a little bit of music on. There we go. Okay, very good. You have to remember now that I'm not going after photorealism here. I'm just painting my own style in my own way. But whatever. we're just trying to get the background done first, and then we'll deal with the details afterwards. Just the first coat. Oh, man, I'm sweating bullets. It's nice and warm today. Must be in the mid-90s, I would guess. Here in southern France. So this is just the first coat. I'm not going to worry about anything. Let it dry for a little bit. And then I'll figure out, work out the details afterwards. So, while that is drying, I'm going to start tackling the outer rim. So that is what I'm going to do. I have the paint right here. I'm going to use blues to do that. I'm going to do my sperms. We love sperms on this channel, and I love painting them, so that's what we are going to do, but they are going to be very small, very discreet, and I can assume that this will be the right brush right here. If not, I will change. So I didn't use these two guys. I can put these away. And what do I need to do? I need to step back and stare at the painting for a second and see really what I'm going to do. Okay, so I know what I'm going to do. Wait, or do I? Maybe not. Yes, I do. I'm going to start off with some yellow paint. So let's just get a little bit of yellow paint right here. I won't need much. And I might even have to put 2 coats. I should theoretically put a coat of white paint first and then the yellow on top. I am going to cheat by going right away with the yellow, and I'll know right away if I'm going to be able to get away with it or not. So we'll find out right now. I just want to put a little yellow sun in between the 2 sperms as we go around. So, and hopefully if I put it on thick enough, I won't have to worry about see what I mean? Just a little dab like that. I'll come and show you up on the top here as I do one way up here, and switch cameras. Oops. Find the center of this painting. I would say somewhere's right here. There, very discreet. And I am going to put one in between the 2 that we just made, which would be kind of in the center. Be right about here, I guess. We eyeball it right. There we go. And I'll do the same on the other side as well. There we go, something like that. And I'll do the same thing down below as well. There we go. Right about here maybe. There we go. Now I know where to put my sperms all the way around it. So I'll start up. I'll zoom in for that, maybe just a little bit. Just there, I guess. Very good. There will be a darker blue shadow. I might have to put 2 coats of this light blue, because the black seems to show right through. So I'll move the camera over a little bit, or actually pull it back maybe, like that. I don't have to. There we go. Just 4 more little sperms to do. And believe it or not, I'm going to grab my chair because I don't want to hurt my back, which is already pretty fragile. Go back a little bit. Okay, very good. Okay, not much talking, a lot of concentration here, obviously. I have to work these out in stages. So I can see that the little sperms are just about dry in certain areas, and some of them are going to need a second coat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now and not waste any time. For example, this guy here needs a second coat. I might as well do this one as well. I mean, the colors are more resilient, more brilliant, more vibrant if I put two coats on. So you won't notice it really on the camera, I don't think. But as someone who's standing in front of it, you will notice it. And since on top of that I am going to put some shadow in, I definitely want to get this to be nice and vibrant, that first light color coat. So and I can make them just slightly bigger as well. I noticed that I had plenty of room, so I might as well make them just a tad bigger. There we go. And I'm talking about like a 1/16 of an inch. There we go. There, very good. And have it taper off on the tail. There we go. I can't even tell if it's already dry. I can't even tell if I did this one or not. I think I started here, so that should be okay. Okay. I need this to dry a little bit more so I can work on it. And I did kind of screw up towards the eyeball. I'll zoom in here. I chopped off a little bit of the inside here, so I'm going to add some white right there, just so when I put the yellow of the eyeball on, I want it yellow or red. I'm not sure yet, but anyways, whatever I put there, I want to make sure that it sticks out. So let me just get my white, and actually I might just paint the whole eyeball in white as well. So when we get towards the end of a painting, that's the time where you fix up all the little screw-ups that you let slide during the getting the whole thing done. So you kind of, it's like when you're building a house. When you go back and everything is finished, well, you go fill in the holes before you put the paint on, and it's kind of that. So you can't see much. Looks like you haven't done anything, but yet you just brought an okay thing into being a better looking painting, something like that. So I just wanted to remind everybody of that. Because that's basically what I'm going to be doing for the next day or two, is just fixing little details that actually the camera doesn't really pick up. But when we were painting, I often said, well, I can let that slide because I can catch up later, or we can fix it. Catch up is translating literally from French, so it doesn't make any sense, but we can make up for it later. There we go. That's proper English, I think. So that's where, at the stage where we are now. We are getting towards the end of this painting, and so now we fix up all the screw-ups. So I'm going to step back here for a second and just take a look and see where we're at. So the centerpiece will be all in black outline as well. And then my eyes now are drifting back towards the black frame, which again, I think I'm going to be putting some sperms on there. Little bigger ones, probably down on each side of the heart. Might put some little gold stars. I don't know yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay. Well, let me just get out of the frame here for a second. Okay. I'm hesitant. I have a whole bunch of different ideas popping in my head right now that I'm not really sure what to do. What to do. What to do. What to do. Okay. Okay, since I'm not really sure what to do out here, I can't do anything here right now. I will continue and try to finish this. So I'm going to go right away and do the darker shadowing of the sperms. And then in the yellow suns, I'm going to add a little bit either of white or lemon yellow, just to, no one will ever see it except myself, but that's the whole thing. I can see it. So let me get my palette of blue. Here it is. Maybe I'll just rework a little bit of, that's too big. Just rework a little bit of water in here and take these brushes out so they don't get damaged. There we go. There we go. And I will get this camera ready to zoom in. Very good. So let me just get the paint ready here. There we go. And that blue doesn't show that much, does it? So maybe I'm going to use a darker blue. Just get that cerulean. Where is it? Where are you hiding? There you are, my guy. Just use the cerulean that we mixed with water. With white paint earlier. And maybe this time I will just use it the darker, just so that shadow sticks out more. I think it will look a lot nicer. So here I'm just going to take a few seconds to get that right texture so it just flows on the canvas the way it should. Maybe just a little, half a drop of water. This is really a small quantity because I really have maybe 1 square inch to do. Okay, let's rinse off this brush. Let's get that tiny little guy here. Let's get the brushes out of the... There we go. Okay, let's go back then to this camera here, and hopefully we will get a more satisfying result. Yes, much better. Much better, much nicer. So I'll just try to get these 3 in one shot like that. I don't have to stop working and move the camera. Okay, this paint is not going on really the way I want it to now. What the hell? Is it the paint or the brush? Or is it me? Let's try one more here. Yeah, something's not right. I can't quite pinpoint it. So I'm going to just put the blame, of course, on the paint rather than on myself. And I'm going to rework this dark blue here in the corner a little more because there is something not right. Just add a little more water. I should be doing this with just a little bit larger of a brush. So, will that do the trick? I'm not sure. Let's pull this back and find out in a few seconds. So I'll zoom over to these two guys here. And I'm going to wipe off my brush. And I'm going to get back up here and hopefully we have resolved that problem. Okay, I just had a doubt on even the color I was using for a second there. Okay, let's try it now. Okay, much better. Phew. There we go. Things are back in control the way it should be. I feel better. I always get nervous when things go kind of out of whack. Let's go for a major zoom there. Just a little shadow, but as you notice, it kind of makes all the difference. Just gives some depth to those little sperms. Okay, let me get to those down below. I'll do all three of those on the bottom. And I'm going to bring my chair over just so I don't have the shakes and a broken back. It affects even my voice. Okay. Stop screwing around. Okay. I have to be careful because with the lighting, it makes an optical illusion as though it was white paint. It's only the shine of the light on the paint itself. There we go. All right, very nice. Okay, let's get these last two. And the last one here. Very good. All right. Now get this out of the way. I'm just going to do one more thing, is add that bright yellow on the little stars or little flowers or whatever you want to call it, just to, well, I guess to make me happy. Since nobody can really see it. There we go. And like usual, I'm going to work this out just to get the right texture before I apply it on the canvas. So I'm going to take this wider thing. And I'll do this with you since I forgot to move the camera anyways. So there's that bright yellow here, lemon yellow, which I never really use except to do what I'm doing right now. Highlighting little flowers. I don't think it's actually a very, I prefer, this is my favorite yellow right here, this golden yellow right there. And I never really use the lemon yellow. Don't find it that nice at all, but anyways. Okay, that looks about right. I'll zoom back a little bit and bring this camera up before I zoom into one of the flowers. I'll start with the ones on the left here. I'll zoom in more just to see if it, hopefully the camera doesn't go blurry on me like it usually or does once in a while for God knows what reason. Okay, so let me get that thinner brush. So, as you see, I'm just going to, there, that's it. Just a tiny little drop of bright yellow in the middle of that. Can barely see it. Now, should we be bold and zoom this to the... Okay. Right? Barely see it. Okay, I'll just pull the camera back and I'll do the others very quickly before we end our stream for the day. We'll finish this guy off tomorrow. There we go. There we go. Okay. Very good. So let's move this camera all the way back here. And let's see where we're at. Okay, well, I think this wraps it up for today. Right? Let's take it out, one more look. Finish that guy tomorrow. Figure out what we're going to do on that black, on the black frame. I do have a couple of ideas, but they keep changing every 5 minutes, so that doesn't help. But anyways, I wanted to thank you for joining me today. And I hope you all join me tomorrow. Instead of 9 a.m., tomorrow's Tuesday, so we're starting at 10 a.m. There we go, an hour later to sleep. and an hour for me to get all the little stuff I have to get done before I can come and have fun in the studio. Do I have white paint on my nose, or is that the shine of the light? I can't tell. Looks like I have some light blue paint there. I'll have to check that out in the mirror rather than have you suffer. Sorry about that. We're so professional here. So anyways, my friends, thanks for joining me. And I'll leave you like usual with my schedule. Hope you join me tomorrow at 10 a.m. And until then, I'll say, ciao mes amis.